This is exactly how I intend to make or perhaps build my marketing agency to $10,000 a month consistently. So by the time you are done watching this video or me presenting on my laptop on my screen right here, showing you my full-blown plan on how I intend to build my marketing agency and scaling it all the way to $10,000, right? You're gonna pick up some lessons that if you are somebody who sells services online, you are into the B2B space, you are somebody who wants maybe to build a marketing agency as well. Trust me, this is something that you want to stick around with, right? So now go ahead and ensure that you close away all other tabs on your phone, your laptop, whatever device you're using to watch me right now, and ensure that you have a pen and a notepad to take down notes, right? Because what I'm going to be doing here is giving you my brain, right? My business brain, and showing you exactly what I'm doing, trying to get to like $10,000 with marketing agency business model, right? So this is exactly how I intend to build my marketing agency to $10,000 a month in recurring revenue, right? So basically we're going to be building this one step after another. So these are the steps we're going to have to follow to build this successfully, right? So we're going to have to build the appointment booking systems. If you have no idea of what appointment booking systems are, don't worry, I'm going to explain to you what it is, right? We're gonna build client acquisition systems, customer relationship management systems, service fulfillment systems, and from there we're going to have to repeat the cycle, right? So appointment booking systems, basically these are systems that get your prospect. A prospect is just somebody who is likely to turn into a client, somebody who has the features or the characteristics of your dream client is a prospect, right? So this is what you actually, these are the systems you build to bring in prospects into the pipeline, right? So here's what I mean exactly. So most B2B companies, marketing agencies, what they usually do is that they implement strategies like cold calling, cold emailing, and cold DMing. They run Facebook ads, they create content just as I'm doing right here and post it on social media, on YouTube, so that their ideal client avatar or their ideal customers can actually get to book a call with them with the hope of turning them into clients, right? So the whole process here is that you want to engage people, right? Either via cold calling them, cold emailing them, cold DMing them, or maybe creating content or running ads, right? So this is the first touch point between you and your prospects, people who could actually buy from you. So once you actually do that, you have people flowing into your business, you have people raising their hands and telling you that I'm interested, I would love to buy what you're selling. What then you're going to do is that you are going to book them on what we call an advisory call. So an advisory call, this is a long, like 45 minutes to 1 hour call where you get to explain your product or your service to your clients, right? With the hope of them giving you money right there on the call, like buying from you. And the reason as to why we work or we implement these processes and systems is simply because we are selling high ticket offers here. We are selling services that are highly priced. So you want to ensure that you actually build a robust process that actually informs people of what you sell, shows people that exactly what you sell is what they are looking for, and it is that what is going to actually solve the problem they're currently struggling with. It could be maybe they have a problem of booking more appointments in their business, acquiring clients, lead generation, whatever problem that it could be. Your system or your product, your service has to show people that it's exactly what they've been looking for to get to there where they're trying to get. So basically this is exactly what I'm actually doing, trying to get to this magic number here, right? The $10,000 mark monthly in recurring revenue, right? So don't worry, I'm going to show you what offer I'm gonna be selling, what product I'm gonna be selling, what service I'm gonna be selling to actually get to these numbers, and what I'm gonna be doing on a day-to-day basis to basically, hit these numbers, right? So here from there, you have to manage your clients. This is what we call customer relationship management. So here, this is where, you give your clients incentives, you give them a good treatment so they can stay with you longer, because a client that loves your product or your service is going to stay with you longer, right? And by them staying with you longer, it simply means the amount of money you're going to make from that client is going to be worth more than if you actually give them a bad service, you manage your clients poorly and they left you, right? So here you want to ensure that you put in place whatever you can do to ensure that your clients don't leave you. They have to stay with you, and they have to stay with you for a very, very long period of time. And lastly, here you have to fulfill the service, right? So if you say you're going to build your clients AI automations, and you walk them through the entire process, you acquire them as a client and all that, you have to build them those AI automations, you have to build them that website, you have to generate those leads, or book them those appointments, or get them those clients, depending on what your offer is, what your service line is, right? So after generating clients, it doesn't end there. You have to make sure that you build service fulfillment system so that you are able to deliver what you promise your clients. From there, I'm actually going to repeat the cycle. This is like me telling you guys exactly what I'm going to be doing step by step, every single step of the way. This is what I'm going to be doing, trying to get to $10,000 every single month in recurring revenue, right? Like this magic number. This has been my magic number, right, to financial freedom, right, or however you call it, right? So let's keep going right there. So how then do we book appointment booking systems, or what are appointment booking systems? I want you to pick this clearly, because this is like one of the most important parts, right? Because if you can't book appointments, trust me, you won't be able to acquire clients, you won't be able to manage any clients, you won't be able to deliver a service to anybody, because you don't have clients from the very beginning. So there are three major strategies we're going to implement to book clients here. So we're going to either be doing cold calls, cold emails, or cold DMs. But why are we implementing these strategies from the very beginning? The simple most reason is that, number one, I don't have money to actually put into Facebook advertisements or Google ads and all of that. Here, what we want first of all is proof of concept, right? We don't want to rush into spending money on ads and all that. No, we want proof of concept. And secondly, depending on content, building actually a winning content strategy and a winning YouTube channel takes years, right? Of which I'm actually doing. If you're watching my videos right now, trust me, I'm building a brand. I'm actually building my channel, right? I'm growing my content right here. But the single most best way to actually get this business rolling, to actually get into the game, is to start with any of these three strategies, cold calling, cold emailing, and cold DMing, right? So what are the metrics or the numbers I'm going to be focusing on right here? So basically, my BAM is basically bare as minimum. So this is the minimum. You don't go below this number, right? So my bare as minimum is 100 calls every single day, 100 emails every single day, 100 DMs every single day, which leads us to 300 touch points every single day, cold touch points every single day, trying to book appointments, right? So now that you know how we're actually going to be doing this, you know the numbers, you know what you're going to be implementing. And one more thing, I'm actually going to be recording my progress right on this very channel here. If at all I hit a certain milestone, I sign a client, I get a deal, I hit a certain level, I'll record a video just like this one, showing you guys what I've been able to do, how much work I've done, the input that it took me to actually maybe get that first client, get that first $1,000 and all that. So you see how we're actually progressing with all of this, right? So let's keep going right here. So now here's my offer, right? So this is the offer that I'm gonna be selling to people. So I wanna book you 30 to 60 booked appointments monthly, right? So why am I giving this offer? If you think of a business, if you think of an entrepreneur, if you think of anyone selling anything, services, whatever, the single most thing that entrepreneurs or business owners struggle with is sales, right? They struggle with client acquisition, they struggle with booking appointments, they struggle with finding ideal people that suit their client avatar, who they can sell their products to and make money from. Businesses, in short, they want to make more money. So how do these B2B businesses make more money? Is by following the single most process that I actually showed you there, which is, they have to book more appointments and they have to get an advisory call and sign those prospects into actual paying clients, right? So this is like the simple science that you have to understand. So me telling them that I'm gonna book them 30 to 60 booked appointments every single month, it's exactly what B2B businesses want. They want more booked appointments so they can close more deals. You get the science, you get the analogy now. So this is what I'm going to be doing for them. And how am I going to be doing this for them? So basically, I'm going to be flipping my client acquisition services and embodying or putting that client acquisition service into my clients' businesses. For example, if what I'm doing to generate leads or book appointments is cold calls, cold DMs, cold emails, I'm gonna use these very strategies for my clients to actually book them appointments, right? The same way I'm booking them on my calendar, on my appointments, is how I'm gonna be booking appointments for them, right? I don't know if you understand that English, but basically that's that. So we're gonna book you 30 to 60 booked appointments every single month, and we'll guarantee you 20 plus paying clients guaranteed in 6 months. If we don't deliver, you don't pay. So like, this is more like a no risk guarantee, right? Or no risk offer. You don't make money, or we don't deliver on our service, you don't pay us. Not pay us, it doesn't, whether we deliver or we don't deliver, like it's nothing to do with you, right? We guarantee you results, right? So basically, this is the offer that I've come up with. So for you, it could be something else. For you, it could be something like maybe you build AI automations for companies, maybe you build websites for companies that help them convert more of whatever they are selling. Maybe for you, it could be something like you help companies rank on Google. It could be that you help them grow their YouTube channels, their social media handles, whatever it is that you do with your marketing agency or your B2B, service-based business, right? It could be from any of these service lines, right? It doesn't have to be exactly as the service that I'm offering, right? So now, how I'll flood my calendar with appointments. This is the very most important part that you should consider. No wonder I'm repeating it, I'm bringing it again and again, because remember, if you can't book appointments, if you can't get someone into your pipeline, into your system, trust me, you are never ever going to acquire clients, you're never ever going to manage any client, you're never ever going to deliver any service, because in the first place you don't have appointments booked. So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be cold calling, we're going to be cold emailing, we're going to be cold DMing. These are the three strategies we're going to be implementing right there. And the BAM, which is bare as minimum for all of these, is 3, right? Sorry, 100, right? This is like close to midnight, so I'm a little bit tired, so pardon my error, right? So before I jump into client acquisition, right, here is the thing for you right now. You can also steal my exact model and sell your very own services locally or internationally, right? So here are some of the service lines you can sell yourself, right? So like I told you, it doesn't have to be something exactly that I'm doing. You can have something of your own, right? So you can either sell things like client acquisition services, you can sell web development services, you can sell AI automations to companies, graphic designing services, web development services, or web designing, whatever it is, anything that you could think of that you can sell to businesses, and businesses are constantly or consistently looking for that. Go and find that service and sell them that, right? With all that said, I think let's move on to the next slide. So now we're on client acquisition, right? So client acquisition is basically the process of turning your prospects. Now you know who a prospect is. You're turning that prospect into an actual paying client, right? So you have a prospect, now you turn them into somebody that pays you money, right, by booking them on an advisory call, asking them a bit of some questions and getting them to buy what you basically sell, right? So since you are selling high ticket services, you have to jump on an advisory call and sell the prospects on an about 45 minutes course. So these advisory calls usually are about 45 to an hour long, right? So you jump on this calls with them and you sell them on that call, right? So on this call, you basically ask your prospects questions to uncover their fears, discover their dreams, what are their desires, what are their needs, and position your product as the vehicle to get them there. For example, if a company wants more sales, okay, they're probably lacking in the area of sales. So how then can I position my offer as something that's gonna get them more sales? If your prospects are actually struggling with booking appointments for their businesses, how then do you book them more appointments? If they're struggling converting leads from their website, how then do you build them a website that helps them convert their leads? If they are probably struggling with automating some of their repetitive tasks at their office, how then do you use AI to help them automate those tasks, right? So basically this is exactly what we are doing, right? Just find a problem companies are struggling with, find a problem these businesses are struggling with, and package your service into something that you can actually get to sell to them, right? That's how we do it. And the reason you're selling to business people is because business people have money, so you want to solve problems of people who already have money in this instance, right? So now we're on customer relationship management, right? So basically this is how you handle your clients, this is how you treat your clients, this is like the experience you give your clients when you've signed them as clients, and now you take care of them, you give them that experience as you deliver them the service so they can stay with you longer, so that you can reduce your churn rate. Your churn rate basically is the rate at which clients stop working with you, and increase your lifetime value. The client lifetime value is the time period a client stays with you, right? So how then do you manage your clients? So firstly, you need to have customer data management. How then do you analyze or collect or organize client data? Very, very important, because this is going to help you know your clients, right? So customer acquisition. So basically this is where now you generate quality leads, book them an appointment, and sell them on a service, and the process continues. Customer engagement, here you make sure you communicate with your client, follow up with your leads, just keep on engaging with them so they can feel heard, they can feel like you are the very person who is there for them and willing to serve them. Sales management, this way now you get to track and manage your deals, you close your deals, and you nurture your clients, you keep them in your pipeline, you keep them excited, happy about your product, and you serve them in the best way possible. And customer loyalty and expansion, basically what happens is that if you give your clients a very, very, very good experience, you are going to reduce your churn rate. Like I said, churn rate is basically the rate at which clients decline from working with you, and you will increase your lifetime value with your clients. Lifetime value is the time period a client stays with you, which is very, very important. And number two, if you give your clients an amazing experience, what that is going to do for you is that they are going to refer you their friends, their business partners, the other people that they know that would want the service you are selling. So this is like one of the most important factors you should consider when you are serving your clients. So now what sales process are we implementing here. Like I said, I'm bringing this again and again because I want it to stick in your mind. I want you to know this and tattoo it on the chambers of your heart, right? Like, this is very, very important. You can't actually bypass this, or you can't decline it. You can't eliminate it out of the process. So firstly, you have to book appointments. This is where now you get prospects, people who are interested or excited about it, what you sell. Get them on your calendar, get them to raise their hands and say, okay, I want you to sell to me. Then client acquisition, this is where now you get on an advisory call with clients. These are what we call, in other words, discovery sessions with your clients. And you sell them of your service, ask them questions, talk about their concerns, their problems, their struggles, talk about what they want to achieve at the end of the day, and utilize your service as the vehicle to get them there. Basically that. And CRM, this is basically how you manage your clients to ensure that they stay with you for long, not just long, but long enough, right? The service fulfillment, this is where now you close deals, you close clients, and you deliver on the promise, right? With all that said, and now how do you deliver the service? Very, very important question. So how do you deliver service? Number one, you basically have to learn how your service should be delivered. Like, this is what I can tell you. For example, if you're selling client acquisition services, go and learn how to acquire clients in that sector. So if you are in the tech sector, how then do you sell tech services? How do you sell websites? How do you sell systems? How do you sell AI automations to people, to prospects? And who is your ideal prospect, right? So if you know all that information, if you have all that critical information, you know how to deliver your service. If you sell web development services, how then do you build an ideal or a good website that client of yours would want? So if you go ahead and learn how to build a website, then boom, you know how to deliver your service. If your service is appointment booking, how then do you get people to sign up on someone's calendar and raise their hands and say, okay, yes, I want you to sell to me, sell me your product? If you understand that, you have the critical information to actually bring that to life, you know how to deliver your service. So the simple most way you can deliver the service is to understand how that service should be delivered, number one. Number two, you can actually contract people who are good at delivering the service you are selling, so they can deliver the service on your behalf, and you pay them for delivering that particular service. Number three, you can have employees, right? People that you hire within your business, within your circle, so they can deliver the service on your behalf. So basically, that's how you actually deliver your service, right? So now, with all of that said, this is it. Let me know, how was this session for you? Go in the comment section below, let me know, ask me questions. What video do you want me to create next? What question do you have? I'm gonna be online here picking up all your questions, answering all your questions, and all of that. So now, if you want to get in touch with me directly, you can actually WhatsApp me +26097674792, or you can email me at emmapreneurcloser. Let me go back right here at emmanuelthelancer@gmail.com. You can go ahead and email me. And lastly, I have a program where you guys can come on board and sell my coaching program, right, at a 50% equity share, right? So if you want to work directly with me, you can go ahead, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video, or just WhatsApp me here saying, I'm a Preneur Closer, I want to sell your high ticket coaching program, and I'm gonna give you details. I'm gonna show you how to go about it. Trust me, this is only limited to 5 people, so be among the first 5 people that message me from this very video, right? So either WhatsApp me using the WhatsApp number on your screen, you can send me an email, or you can use the link, the first link that's gonna be in the description of this video, right? I have a 20 hours plus coaching program, where I bring people to work with me, see exactly how I'm selling my B2B services and they get to do the exact same thing, so that we actually get to win together. So like, yeah, this is what you're looking forward to. You can go ahead and hit me up, and I'm here for you, right? With all that said, friends, family, peace out, and see you in my next video. Peace.